Hello everyone. So in the last video we have seen name entity recognition problem that is heavily used in various applications such as summarization, information retrieval, right? So in this video we'll see another variety of problem in NLP domain, that is language modeling. Language modeling means how we can find out the next word. What will be the next word? So you can say it's a kind of sentence generation. How you'll generate new sentences, right? So that is very important. So we'll see in this video how we'll do the language modeling, and along with that we'll see a new variety of neural networks. So in this video we'll introduce a new variety of neural network, that is recurrent neural network. So first we'll see the problem in the existing fully connected neural network, and then we'll see how recurrent neural network able to solve that problem. Right? So let's go into the detail. So first let's understand what this language modeling is and how to solve, or like how to solve this problem. What this language modeling means, it is the task of predicting what words comes next. Means what will be the next word. That is the task. This particular task is known as language modeling. Now you can say instead of giving this word, we are giving the probability of each word available in our web, and whichever have the maximum probability, that will be your next task, or you can say probability distribution for the next word, right? So suppose you have a vocabulary which have n number of words, it will give the distribution of each word, and whatever is the maximum probability, that will be predicted as the next word, right? This system is known as language model. What will produce this next word, this entire system is known as language model. Now you can say what is the utilization of this. Actually you used it every day. Whenever you you will try to write something in your keyboard, or you can say in the phone, it is giving the suggestions, the next word suggestions. From where it is coming? It is coming from the language model, right? This language model will take the input of your existing words, whatever you have typed, and based on that it will give you the suggestion, right? So that is coming from the language word. This, so what is the, maybe this is the maximum probability what this word have after this sentence. This is maybe second maximum probability, this may be third maximum probability of these words. So in that way it is giving the suggestion. Another example, whenever you do the Google, you are typing something and it automatically giving n number of suggestions. So these suggestions is coming from the language model. Nowadays you can say even like email writing or many other writings, even programming as well, there are many tools, few tools are coming which are giving, like you write the program and it automatically give the suggestions what will be the next word in the program. So your programming speed will become much faster. Even when you write the email, it automatically give you the suggestions what will be the next word, what will be the next sentence. Even if you look into the LinkedIn, it is giving the entire reply based on the input what is coming. So that way this language modeling is heavily used in various variety of tasks. So let's understand first what is n-gram language model. This is very basic language model, that is n-gram language model. N-gram language model means how many input word you are giving here. Based on that you are producing the next word. So n is coming from there. So if you say n equal to 4, means it is a 4-gram language model where you are giving 4 words as input and you are trying to produce the 5th word. Right? This is n-gram language model. Why this n-gram represents, like unigram you are giving one word only and producing the next word, bigram you are giving 2 words, trigram means 3 words, 4gram means 4 words, and so on. So the key idea is how frequently these words are coming and they are producing the next word. This is the coming from the frequency, how frequent it is coming in the corpus, right? So let's look into the some notation here. So simplifying, we are saying we have given these words 1 to t and we are trying to produce the probability of t plus 1th word. So you can say n minus 1 word is giving and next word we are producing, right? So in that way we are giving the probability distribution, right? Now the key question, from where these probabilities are coming, how you will get the probability. In order to get the probability, you are doing the counting, right? Simple counting method into the corpus. So how exactly it will be? Let's look into the example. Suppose we are saying, we are suppose introducing like 4-gram model. So you have given three words here. Student opened air, right? Now next word we are looking for, right? So what it will give, it will be, suppose, so the next word we are looking, and where input is student opened there. Now what should be the next word? So you will count student opened there and W words. So suppose you have W have n number of words, you will look for each combination how many times it appear, right? Divide by how many times this word is coming, this group is coming, the counting student opened there. Suppose we have student opened there and books is coming 400 times, right? Out of 1000 occurrence of student opened there, so it means the probability of books will become 0.4. Similarly, student opened their exam, that is coming only 100 times, so the probability will become 1. So automatically will find the maximum probability is 4, so it automatically giving the output as a books. So the next word will become books. So student opened their books. So in that way this n-gram model is running, right? Now we can say, why not new words can come? Because it automatically look for the network and find out like what is the occurrence of particular sentence, and then that will, based on that, it will give the output. Now suppose some sentence are coming here which never occur in the system. Might be this student opened there, that never comes into the system. That means this count will become 0. In that case, it will be divide by 0 problem. Means your system will crash here, because it's a divide by 0 problem. So we have to look into that, how to solve this, right? So let's look into, can we make a neural network to solve this problem? As we have seen in the you can say named entity recognition. So let's look into, in the named entity recognition we are giving the entire word and we are saying what will be the center word. It is location or person or you can say organization. Now let's think on this concept. Can we give 4 words and trying to produce the probability of the next word? So what do we give? Similar concept, we are giving 4 words as a input. We produce with the, by doing the dot product with W, then dot product with the U, and you are giving the probabilities of each word from the dictionary. So then it will give maximum probability to the books, then next probability may be the laptop and many other things, right? So in that way you are trying to solve this with the help of neural network. Now the challenge here, this fixing of the length. What should be the best length? So the challenge here, so good problem, you can say. First look into the good thing, no sparsity here, because now you do not have very big matrix that we have you can say in case of n-gram model or in the previous model where we are doing with the counting. Now here you do not need go with the counting, your network will take care of those things, right? You do not need to store all the observation of n-gram. That is the beautiful thing. Now the problem here, window. What should be the window size? It can be too small, it can be too large. We don't know, right? So that is another challenge, how to fix that window, right? Similarly, we are not getting the symmetry, how the inputs are processed. There is no symmetry here, right? So we are not getting like how it will process here, how it will process here, how it will process here, how this process this word. So how these words are processing, there is no symmetry between them. Means we required a network which can handle any length of input and they have some symmetry observation as well in between the words, right? So in order to solve this challenge, what we propose another variety of network, that is the recurrent neural network, right? So normally it is also look like this. So you have output, you have a W, you have an input, and this output is coming back as input, right? So now what exactly this mean? If you expand it, like you have a loop and you unroll it, like you are giving loop first iteration here, second here, third here, fourth here, fifth here, then it will be look like this. But the beautiful thing, the weight. weight will remain same for all the factors. So what W you will use here, same W you will use here, same W will use here, same W will use here. Only input and output is changing. So now here we are taking the context as well. Now the as inputs are same, depend upon the what is the length of input, you will just do the same process n number of times. You do not need to fix the length of the input. If you have 5 length, you just repeat this 5 times. If you have 6 lengths, repeat it 6 times. Sorry. Now this weight, same weights are utilizing means you are looking for the symmetry between words as well, because same weights are there. So in that way you are trying to solve these two challenges. First, it can handle n number of words and is looking for the symmetry as well. So what we'll do, what modification we'll do, first you will take the first input, multiply with the W. So WH here, right? WE is the embedding. Remember, it is converting, this is one hot to embedding. So here we have embedding here. Now this WE will do the dot product. So you can see W is remains same. So means ultimately you have to update these two weights, WH and WE. Only two weight matrix we have, right? WE that will convert embedding into the same length and take some properties from here, and WH which is taking the properties from previous output and find out the next output, how it is depend upon the previous, right? So in short, you can say you are taking the input, it will produce the output, next input, it will produce the output, next input will produce the output, and finally you will get this output after taking all four inputs. And then it will say what is the probability. So it will say books have the highest probability than laptop and others, right? So in that way you can handle any length here, n number of length, right? Now, what are the advantage and disadvantage of this network? As this is a sequential network and same weights are applying here, right? So, first advantage, it can process any length, whatever length you have, it can process it. Now, another advantage, you can look into the information from previous step as well, because it is passing information from the previous step, means you are looking from the previous step as well, right? Same weights are applying means that is help us to look into the symmetry, how inputs are processing, because it is looking for the same input, right? Now what are the major disadvantage? First, it is slow because it is working as a sequential manner, that is not parallel like all four inputs in one go and you will get the output. No, it is sequential here, right? Now another big challenge, how we'll get the information. Suppose this sentence is like 100, or you can say 50 words. So now while it is processing 50th word, it might be almost forget what we have seen in the first word, because this length is very long. Means whenever we have very long term dependency, it fails many times, right? So we'll see how to solve this challenge as well in the next video, how to solve this long term dependency, right? Why it is failing? Because you are applying activation in every layer. Suppose you are applying the sigmoid activation, means every time it will compress whatever output is coming, it compress between 0 and 1. The next output again it will compress 0 and 1. Means you are losing the information as you go forward. So maybe while you are processing the last element or second last element, you almost forget, or there is no impact of first element. By that time it is reaching over there. So that is another challenge with the RNN network. So we'll see in the next video how to solve it, right? So that is the way how you can generate the language model, and how this RNN helpful to generate this language model and to solve the length of input problem. What should be the length? So now you can handle any number of length, right? Okay, so we'll see how to solve these challenge, what we have seen in the RNN network in the next video.